Most kind and gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this day and all the many blessings of life, Lord. God, we just ask right now that you'll be with Commissioner Bowman and you'll touch his body, Lord, as he's going through this battle. God, we pray that you'll just give him strength that only you can. Lord, we also pray for each and every one of those that's lost loved ones along this way. And God, you be with them. Lord, be with our nation, be with our county, be with this body of commissioners as they get ready to take on the business at hand. First in your Son, Jesus Christ's name, I pray. Amen.
One more pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Keith Parker.
Here.
Shane Bowman. Greg Brooks.
Here.
Danny Carver.
Here.
Debbie Davis. Mush Davis.
Here.
Chrissy Harden. Here. Kelly Morgan. Here. John Pippinger.
Here.
Samantha Trent. Here.
Approval of the minutes of the previous meetings from January 30th.
Second.
Any discussion? No. We can do the special call also, February 6, 2025. Minutes.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Keith Parker.
Yes.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Danny Carver.
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Yes.
Mush Davis.
Yes.
Chrissy Harden.
Yes.
Kelly Morgan.
Yes.
John Pippinger.
Yes.
Samantha Trent. Yes.
Approval of reports of office.
Motion to approve.
Second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Keith Parker.
Yes.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Danny Carver.
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Yes.
Mush Davis.
Yes.
Chrissy Harden.
Yes.
Kelly Morgan.
Yes.
John Pippinger.
Yes.
Samantha Trent. Yes.
Approval of notaries. We have two, Sandra Gregory and Ryan Claus.
Motion to approve both.
Second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Keith Parker.
Yes.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Danny Carver.
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Yes.
Mush Davis.
Yes.
Chrissy Harden. Yes. Kelly Morgan.
Yes.
John Pippinger.
Yes.
Samantha Trent. Yes.
Okay, budget amendments. In 101, number 22 was pulled by the sheriff, so we don't need to do anything on that one. And that also takes care of 189, number 4. So we have 23 through 26 and 101. And we'll do these together unless somebody needs me to separate one. If you do, let me know. Okay, and 101, number 23 is for a total of $1,700, moving from undesignated to maintenance agreements. And Trish, do you have a little explanation on that one?
That is, they had a new boiler system put in, and that is to cover the increased cost of their annual agreement. I will say, that bill has been paid, and there was money in that line to pay that bill, so it's not necessarily needed now. I don't know if they're thinking they're gonna be short at year end, but there was plenty in that line to pay it now, so I don't know what the reason is for asking for it back, but.
Number 24 and 101 is a total of $2,500 from donated to insert. And number 25 and 101 is for a total of $32,000 coming from the undesignated fund balance to $7,000 in building maintenance and $25,000 in legal fees. Number 26 is to allocate funds for the increased cost of EMS services for a total of $725,760 from the undesignated fund balance to ambulance services. Is there a motion?
Make a motion to accept.
Second.
Any discussion?
Now, 22's been omitted.
22, that's the one.
And then,
It's
number 4.
23.
23 through 26.
Yeah.
That's what we're voting on. 22 was recalled by the sheriff, and that also does away with 189, number 4. So this is for 23 through 26 and general fund 101. Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Keith Parker.
Yes.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Danny Carver.
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Yes.
mush Davis.
Yes.
Christie Harden. Yes. Kelly Morgan.
Yes.
John Kipinger.
Yes.
Samantha Trent.
Yes.
Budget amendment, Polk County School Board.
We didn't have any.
A request for them to use Polk County property from the January meeting. County Executive Hackett.
Yes, sir. I went back and watched the video and some of the questions that I'd heard that arose from this. Tried to get some answers. So it lists on there that the insurance is for the renter if they're charging admission to the event, or if the renter is selling food or beverages of any kind for their event. They shall provide the county with a certificate of insurance. This way it's a general liability coverage. That's all it's for. It's not for meetings that take place. I heard, commission party meetings. No, that does not apply. It's just for those. Another question I heard was, what about the events committee? I talked to our insurance, and since that was set up by the commission, that could be an extension. But the insurance would ask that the vendors that are setting up, so if there's a ride that could involve a fall, could involve an accident, could involve something like that, that they would produce their insurance coverage with their business to the events committee. The county would have coverage on all that. I heard cost. I called 5 different companies myself. I heard anywhere from $200 to $500. It depends on the estimated number of people that attend. It also depends if you have alcohol sales. It says in this that no alcohol sales. So that was a wide range of cost, if you would, from those providers that I talked to. And what this is this is an event that there is an event going on county property. If somebody was to slip, trip, fall, break an arm, get busted up, require a helicopter, anything like that, it's just so there's an extra level of protection for the county. It does not affect anybody, so if you're coming in to pay your taxes, you're coming in to do business in the courthouse, you're coming to the courthouse, that's taken care of. But you would be on the grounds just because of an event, and it would be the event coordinator that takes that responsibility to get that. They come into the office whenever they want to schedule these events, and we would ask for it, have it on file, and if it's needed. So if there's somebody that falls and they come into the office and they want to fill out an accident report, we would notify the person, the event holder, that they're going to be getting contacted by somebody that's had an incident during that time period.
So on the additional people, like at the events then, if they are just food vendors, like when the Polk County events, like when Jackie would do the tree lighting and all that, the people that are there selling food or jewelry or a belt buckle.
That would be, you're talking 2 different. So what Jackie does is on hers. That's not a portion of the county. The events committee that was set up by the county would be. So like Heritage Days, let's go ahead and say, so like Heritage Day, so like the tree lighting, churches. I've heard, I'm trying to run churches out. No, if they're selling, now if it's donations that they're doing, it's not a problem. It's whenever they are selling, and that came directly from the insurance. Talked to him this morning. But it's in the event that it's Watton and they're selling. It's whoever that is putting on that event. I know I'd heard in there like what Kelly said when they done Paint Polk Paint, that they picked that up. Maritha picks it up whenever she does the Jeep festivals. So the very first Jeep festival that we had in the county, she had her own additional insurance. She does not do it in the county, she does it at state parks. And that's what it's for. It's just for that extra coverage of insurance.
So like at the tree lighting, okay, so like if any church groups or fire house wants to sell food, they're not covered. They would have to buy this coverage.
No, it's who is holding the event.
I would have to
So
have the
Oh,
So like the
but
city,
I thought events, I know, but I thought the events, I
You
thought,
cannot sell anything at my tree lighting, which I don't understand how that so you're still gonna have people at the tree lighting.
Whether you
But
sell
as
it or
long
not.
as I have no vendors,
That's
they're
according-
covered?
correct, according to this, that's if the renter is charging admission to their events, or if the renter is selling food or beverage of any kind at their event, they shall provide the county with
So
a
food or
certificate.
beverage?
Correct, if they're selling, that's
selling.
what
You-
it says.
But you can sell a hat and
No, if you're selling
shirt?
anything according to the way this reads.
You're selling anything.
so if I don't have any vendors whatsoever at my tree lighting, and everybody comes to watch the tree lighting, they're all covered.
Like I
According to
said-
the way this was read.
Okay.
But I got a question
Well,
for you, Jackie. Do any of your vendors sell on county property at your tree light?
No, they're in the road. They're
Which
set
is
at the
controlled
road.
by Benton City, not the county.
They're in the parking
Yeah,
lot.
just like everything. So
And
how
I'll
does that
go,
work?
I'll go so far to say, as long as it's on record, if y'all don't wanna do this, that's fine.
Well,
But I
no,
just
fine.
want something other, because when there's an incident or an accident, and it comes back through, that you all are agreeable to pay for whatever happens. I mean, all of us, when our kids play ball, there's extra insurance, even though it's on county property. That ball team, that covers in that insurance, and that's all it is, it's just to protect the county.
well, but I'm kinda, I see that, I mean, I know what you're saying, but I am a little bit confused on, all of us are really in the road.
Well, you're actually over at the.
I'm over at Geraldine's, but,
But they come into the
But it's the
courthouse, they're
event
using the
that's
courthouse,
held.
and so
But if they
that's the
don't-
part
they
that ties
don't-
it into
if I
the
don't sell
courthouse.
food, they're still at the courthouse.
yeah. But I just, I mean, I get, you know, they're not set up on county
I mean,
property.
they're already on
That's the
county
part.
property, so it's not
But
going
it,
to
but
cover
it
them
takes
unless they
place
go.
on county property.
I don't
And in
understand.
Takes
the
place next to the
No,
county
the tree
property.
lighting itself is on county
Yeah,
property.
the tree lighting.
And then whenever
But-
they're using, then they're coming in and out of the courthouse, so those things are there. And it's, and I'm just saying, that's what this is, and it's not just for one event, it's for, any and all of them that take place on any county property.
I know, you make good money.
Well, I mean, my thing is though, I feel like this is something we're taking away from the people. And I don't like that. I don't care about my soup that donates to the
And if,
Delano Fire Hall.
and if you all don't wanna do this, if you want to.
Well, no, I mean, but I know we can't be liable,
Well,
you know,
we're
Right.
all still gonna be
But-
liable.
you know. But is there not any way that the county, that we can buy this additional insurance as the county when we have these events to pay, if it's up here, down there, here, there, whatever, and it come out of our pocket instead of it having to come out? Can we not afford $300 or $400
Oh, I
for
don't-
the people of this county to get to come to?
Well, then I think you're gonna open that door for everybody that wants to put something at the,
No,
The
it has to be, I
courthouse.
mean,
I mean, do you know what
yeah.
I'm saying, like they do the.
We'd have to
stadium
have a
courthouse
limit,
square
but I'm,
or something.
yeah.
No, I'm okay, don't do it for the tree lighting.
No, it's just, I'm not doing it for anything other than the people of Polk County.
Because I'm still gonna have the
We're
tree lighting.
we're depriving everybody of being able to come to events, you know, on account of this. I mean, I'm not happy with that. No, I'm not. But, you know, but I know that we can't be, I know what Robbie's saying. I don't have an issue with that, but I have an issue that we can't afford $300 or $400 if we need to buy the extra insurance so we keep the community events going. I mean, are we gonna be in the same boat with the Easter egg hunt?
No, that goes through, so I've asked, cause like I said, I sit and listen to, so it's all, but show barn, when you have things going on, show barn. If there's an event there, that would be somebody that comes to rent it. This is all it's asking for, just to pick up the additional.
I get that, yeah, I get that. but-
Anything dealing with, so the events committee is a portion of this commission. They would be tied into it. There's nothing that's sold like at the Easter egg hunt, but at the rodeo. So whatever, so whenever they have like air castles and things like
Yeah,
that.
I get that too,
Insurance is
because they
asking.
are a business, they're self.
Correct, but that's all the insurance is asking for.
Yeah,
is
and I
for
get
them to
that,
supplement
but when
that
you're
insurance.
doing it to raise money, you know, that just really sucks. It just really sucks.
But it also, every year when our insurance goes up, because if something other happens, that's gonna reflect on our county insurance.
Right.
So whenever, so if somebody has an accident, and then when our insurance goes up, because we took a hit, and I know you all may, I'm
But
just
you
saying,
can't, so like if every vendor there would have to have his own
No,
insurance.
no,
No, I would,
Whoever's
if I
Jackie
was
would
gonna
take
do
it
that,
out.
I
Yeah.
would have to do that.
Yeah,
and the
But I'm not
cost,
gonna do that. I'm not gonna be
okay.
liable
But if you,
for-
and the
yeah,
cost runs between $200 to $500.
And everything, I mean, I don't have a budget for the
For insurance.
Christmas.
yeah.
But you know,
And I'm not paying it on my
but
pocket.
what'll happen is so if, it's because that person was coming to that event if they had an accident.
I know, yeah, but, okay,
Whereas if
so,
they're coming, if
Exactly.
they're coming to the courthouse to pay their taxes, if they're coming to the courthouse for
Yeah.
anything else.
But you say when they're coming to that event,
there's no way to prove if
And
they
they
were
don't
there for
have-
that
I
tree
don't-
lighting or to buy a cup of soup.
no, if I don't have vendors,
I
now
don't
this is
get
what I'm
that.
saying.
You
and
don't
I'm
have
not-
vendors.
If I
Yeah.
don't have vendors, they're still gonna be on county property.
Yeah,
But they're
According to
covered
that,
by
they're
additional,
covered.
I see what you're.
You see, that's what I'm confused.
Regardless of whether
They're
Yeah.
gonna be on
Selling
my
it.
property
Yeah.
anyways.
yeah,
But if I have a vendor set out there selling soup, I have to have extra coverage.
Correct, that's the way I
Okay.
understand it.
So if
And
I don't
so,
have any vendors whatsoever,
but whenever you want
I'm
to
covered,
use,
right?
so like the courthouse, so when you call and you want to put down,
That's
I've
all
got
I'm
to,
asking.
correct, but I've got to ask you if this is what's going on.
okay.
yeah.
And if you say no, and then something happens because you're the
If
one
I
that's
say there's no
down.
vendors and then there's a vendor show up,
Correct,
is
but
that what
it,
you're saying?
correct, it'll be between you, so if somebody
You're
comes
not gonna be
in
covered.
and slips, trips, falls and whatever, the county, we're not going,
Oh, yeah.
it'll
I
be,
understand that.
we're not gonna be
completely. I
liable.
don't have any vendors, but if everybody that comes there,
But if there's an
somebody
accident-
flips or slips,
You're covered, as long as we don't have a vendor.
who's gonna be covered?
What are you gonna do if you don't have any
Y'all
vendors?
have to
Then that just
do
needs
No,
to-
that's what I'm saying, because we're
but
gonna,
that's not what that's saying.
But
That's
it's not
saying
gonna
if
be
I
in the-
have vendors,
correct, but you're
I have to
saying
have
it's,
extra insurance.
if
But if
you're,
I don't have vendors, then I don't have to have extra insurance.
but you're not gonna have it at the county. Is that right? I mean, if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna ask.
Well, I'm gonna do
And I'm gonna
it.
ask.
I'm gonna do it, but it's saying if I sell food that I have to have extra coverage.
Correct, and that's according to the
But if
insurance.
I'm not having extra or selling food, then I don't have to have that extra coverage.
That's the way I
Correct?
understand
Okay,
it, or
that's
charging.
all.
Yeah,
That's
If
all
there's
I-
anything in this right here for this insurance.
Okay.
But if something happens, but the county's not gonna be. That's the way I understand it from the insurance. So once it's determined,
yeah.
if you, if, so like if you're saying, I'm not gonna have, that's not gonna be. Then
No,
it'll be up to
if
the
I say,
insurance.
okay, yes, I'm gonna have this tree lighting,
Uh-huh.
okay, on county property. But there's not gonna be any vendors, there's not gonna be food, I'm not charging anybody, everybody's just coming to watch that tree get lit. Do I still have to have insurance?
That's gonna be with insurance because the insurance is gonna
Well, you
say
need to put that on here then.
they, but like, so they may or may not cover that, but they're gonna ask if you done this part. When I say yes, that's gonna be between somebody. That's the way I understand it on the insurance side, because it's gonna relieve the county of that liability.
Robbie, you got what you want.
And I have
No, I just want the county,
I make a motion to reject.
there you go. If you all want to reject it, I just want something, so that way you got something.
I mean, we spend.
But, well, I thought though that the events, I thought the events committee, because it was hooked up with the commission.
That
Two
is
$500.
covered.
But that's
Okay,
a
But
different,
I'm not, she's
Oh,
not
you're-
tree
she's
lighting.
doing on that
Uh-huh.
her
She does that.
thing.
So,
what kind, why can't you look at it?
I would have to see if the events
We
committee.
have insurance.
We have,
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about this extra.
Greg, I'm just trying to keep the county from taking it.
Like stuff.
And I shouldn't have to do
Yeah, we're still
that.
covered,
I shouldn't have to do that.
but it
So
just
let's-
wouldn't
I'm
hit
talking about
us.
the extra. I don't think we take it out for extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a motion for reject.
Yeah, I'm waiting on a second.
Where are we
Motion
at?
to reject, is there a second?
Who motioned?
I did.
John,
John Pipkin. I'll second. Second by Brooks. Any more discussion? Roll call.
Keith Parker,
Yes.
Greg Brooks, Danny Carver,
Now, are we,
For
We're
rejecting.
voting to
We're rejecting
reject.
it.
vote yes, you reject, you vote
Yes.
it's not rejected?
Yes.
I vote no.
What we rejecting, I'm done got pissed off.
I'm taking this off the table.
we're taking this off the table.
What are we rejecting, y'all? The insurance is said.
We're rejecting having to take out the additional policy.
Oh, are you?
We're leaving it just like it is now.
Oh, all
county will
right.
take the,
Yes is to reject this, no is to accept.
Yes, we were rejecting.
Mush Davis.
Yeah.
Christie Harden. Yes. Kelly Morgan.
Pass.
I don't know.
John Pippinger.
Yes.
And Samantha Trentham. Pass. So I've got 1 no, 2 pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yes.
Motion.
That was horrible.
This is 3 constable nomination.
That's horrible.
Yeah, we looked around for somebody to take this according to the election commission, Nathan Henson, he said it was up to 3rd District Commissioner. So I found one that got Darrell Tankersley right here. I'm nominating him for the 3rd District Constable.
Darrell, do you accept the nomination?
Yes, I do.
Daryl, what's the name?
Tankersley.
God, that's a name.
Is there any other nominations from the commission? Then we will vote on the nomination for Darrell Tankersley for District 3 constable.
I got 2 quick questions. You've lived here, I know you in general.
I can't hear you.
You've lived here forever.
Lived here my whole life.
Must you feel secure that this is who you want for your constable?
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure. I mainly ask, make sure you live here all your life. I thought you
Roll call.
Keith Parker.
Yes.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Danny Carver.
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Yes.
Mush Davis.
Yes.
Christie Harden. Yes. Kelly Morgan.
Yes.
John Pippinger.
Yes.
And Samantha Trentham. Yes.
Congratulations. Darrell.
Congratulations.
Real quick, who made the motion?
He nominated.
Nominated, so it has to make a motion? Okay.
No. Darrell, you'll be required to file an affidavit at the election office stating that you meet all requirements of the position and a psychological examination.
I'm gonna set that up probably in the next week or so. So I have that all taken care of.
Okay. Sounds good.
Who did he contact his phone number? Nathan? Nathan and Harry.
I was in mental health in Cleveland.
Okay. I'll give you a call tomorrow.
There are others, that's just the one that I know of.
I'll
Go
get
go
you.
where. Equalization Board application announced. County Executive Hack.
We are currently taking applications for the equalization board. Just to have a couple extras, I think that it will be, if I'm not mistaken, there's 2 openings on the board, and we're going to take 3 fill-ins, so that way if somebody cannot make it, so there'll be a total of 5. So if you know anybody that would like to submit to this, be sure to have them fill out an application, get them turned in, and I will bring those back before you all next month to fill the Board of Equalization.
Red Cross, I was told that Gail Allhorn is not going to be here tonight for that.
Do we need to read it? It looks like she was gonna do free smoke detectors for Polk County and a Red Cross presentation for fire safety to any group, children and adults. Is she coming next month?
She had asked to be placed on the next agenda.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and put her on the agenda for that.
She was just afraid of traveling with hospital recommendations.
Library Board applications, County Executive Hack.
So I was made aware that there was an opening on the library board, and there were 2 submittals that came in. I believe you got everything. It was a copy that was sent back to you, one with a letter of recommendation from the library board itself, and those 2 applicants were Ms. Farrow, Catherine, and Andrew Jones, and I recommend for Ms. Farrow.
Well, we're going with his recommendation. We'll vote to confirm the appointments to the library board. Ms. Farrow,
She's in our 3rd district.
Yes, this is all 3rd district.
roll call.
Who made it? Who made the motion?
Robbie did a recommendation.
Oh, okay, that's right. All right, so this is from Ms. Farrell. So Keith Parker,
Yes.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Danny Carver,
No.
Debbie Davis,
Yes.
Mush Davis.
Yes.
Chrissy Harden,
No.
Kelly Morgan,
Pass.
John Pippinger,
Pass.
and Samantha Trentham.
Yes.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 yes, 2 no, 2 pass. So I got 5 yes, 2 no, 2 pass.
Takes 6 votes to pass.
So I'll recommend Andrew Jones. And tell the other applicant. And if neither one of these pass, I will take applications again for next month.
Okay. So we'll vote on the appointment for library board for Andrew Jones. Roll
Keith
call.
Parker,
Pass.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Danny Carver,
Yes.
Debbie Davis,
Yes.
Mush Davis,
Pass.
Chrissy Harden,
Yes.
Kelly Morgan,
Yes.
John Pippinger,
Yes.
and Samantha Trentham.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yes, 1, 2, 3, pass.
Something pass. Congratulations, Dan. Parks and Recreation application.
We had one application that turned in, and that was Mr. Darren Waters. So that's my recommendation for Parks and Rec.
So we vote to confirm the appointment to the Parks and Rec Board, Darren Waters. Roll call.
Keith Parker,
Yes.
Greg Brooks,
Yes.
Danny Carver,
Yes.
Debbie Davis,
Yes.
Mush Davis,
Yes.
Chrissy Harden,
Yes.
Kelly Morgan,
Yes.
John Pippinger,
Yes.
and Samantha Trentham.
Yes.
Resolution for surplus property, county executive tax.
This is coming from the Register of Deeds office. Resolution reads as follows, it will be resolution 2-1. Whereas the following listed property has fulfilled its intended usage and longevity and service to the county of Polk, and its continued usage has become suspect to the expected outcome, with such property being listed to include as follow on the first page. Now therefore be it resolved by the Polk County Commission meeting in regular session is the 20th day of February 2025, pursuant to TCA Code 5-14-108 and 1 and 2, and any other law of the state of Tennessee, that the county executive is hereby authorized to sell, disperse, in part or a whole, the following properties which are hereby deemed to be unusable and/or surplus by the Polk County Commission, with such being made at any legal sale or discharge qualified under the Chapter 5 of the Tennessee Code annotated, and any other applicable law or the allowance of the state of Tennessee for disbursement of surplus, damaged or unused property. And it is 8 Dell PC monitors, 2 plastic blue chairs, 1 blue and silver office chair, 1 black large metal 4-tier shelf, and 2 Fuji F17160 desktop scanners. He just got his rug. Johnson wants me to put his rug in there. I'm not putting it in.
Is there a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Keith Parker,
Yes.
Greg Brooks,
Yes.
Danny Carver,
Yes.
Debbie Davis,
Yes.
Mush Davis,
Yes.
Chrissy Harden,
Yes.
Kelly Morgan,
Yes.
John Pippinger,
Yes.
Samantha Trentham.
Yes.
Resolution unclaimed property, county executive tax.
2-2. This is a resolution to request unclaimed balance of accounts remitted by Polk County, Tennessee and its agencies to the Treasury of the State of Tennessee under the Unclaimed Property Act. Whereas TCA Code 66-29-146C provides that a municipality or a county in Tennessee may request payment for the unclaimed balance of funds reported and remitted on or behalf of a local government and agency if it exceeds $100 less appropriation shared to the cost in administrating the program. Whereas Polk County, Tennessee and/or its agencies have remitted unclaimed amounts to the Treasury of the State of Tennessee in accordance with the Uniform Unclaimed Property Act, And whereas Polk County, Tennessee agrees to meet all requirements of TCA Code 66-29-101 ET, and accept liability for future claims against accounts and funds paid in full to. And whereas it is agreed that Polk County, Tennessee will retain a sufficient amount to ensure prompt payment if allowed claims, that the balance of the funds will be deposited in the county's general fund. Now therefore be it resolved by this legislative body in session and assembled that the County Commission of Polk County, Tennessee requests that the treasurer of the state of Tennessee pay the unclaimed balance of funds to Polk County, Tennessee in accordance with the provision of TCA Code 66-29-146. A list of remittance made by or on behalf of Polk County, Tennessee and its agencies is identified as Exhibit A attached hereto and incorporated herein by reference. Be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect from this and after its passage in the public welfare requiring it.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Keith Parker.
Yes.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Danny Carver.
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Yes.
mush Davis.
Yes.
Chrissy Harden. Yes. Kelly Morgan.
Yes.
Tom Kipinger.
Yes.
And Samantha Trent. Yes.
Crosswalk at the courthouse, county business.
If I can go back to just a second, and that's a total of $67,325.49 for each item. This was brought by Keith and myself a couple of weeks ago after a meeting about looking to do a crosswalk at the courthouse. I've talked to Joe Waters, who owns or is president of the bank on the other side, about looking to take out both parking spots at the motor bank. If you've pulled out of the motor bank lately with those two parking spots, it's really difficult, and Joe is all in favor of this. It will come off from the parking, or from the handicap parking on the courthouse side, and we've got with the road superintendent as far as like being able to get what's called reflective glass. It's what they use to help bring out and illuminate. Ben's here tonight. Ben will tell you we've talked about it. Tim was there at the office when we looked about doing this. Roy Jean talks like we can get a 5-gallon bucket of this paint, and it's about $150. The beads are about $150 for, I can't remember if it was 50 pounds if I'm not mistaken. And what we talked about doing was breaking it down to make sure we kind of get a right mixture, and then to go ahead and stripe off around the courthouse on both sides of the street. But it would be coming out from the south side, going across to where that way people can walk back and forth. I've also talked with BEC about getting a little better lighting as you come up off of Ward and Benton Station, so it illuminates a little better back that way. All that'll be done underneath the bid limit and be done by us, but if you have any input you'd like to put into it, I'm not asking for flashing lights and, you know, pedestrians or nothing like that. It's just to try to illuminate that area as it goes across, but it'll also help people pulling out from the bank to take those two parking spots.
Will the road be painted? Is that what you're saying?
Going across
Yeah.
for a walkover. Yes,
Not
sir.
just the side?
Correct.
Okay, good.
And what we looked at before, so what Joe was saying, where their sidewalk comes out, it hits the lower parking. And where we would walk across, it takes the upper parking. And so if somebody parks in the lower spot, it makes it harder for people to pull out. Well, then his employees can't walk out the sidewalk. They've got to walk over into the grass. And so I don't know how wide it'll be. It may just be 6 feet wide, maybe 16 feet wide. It's whatever that, Joe and us agree on, as we look to take those two parking spots out, to be able to get people back and forth across and slow them down.
Maybe talk to the city on the crossing part there.
So whenever I first talked to the city of Benton, they deferred me to Joe Waters because Joe Waters wanted to take out those two parking spots. Joe said that he had just asked the city to look to take out one, but the city stance is that that's Joe that does that side. And so I tried to call the city and talk to him 2 or 3 different times. I've never got through to anybody, but I did talk with the road superintendent, and he said that there was some reflective or scrape over lights, and that he would try to get us some of those as well.
Hey, would we have any signage?
That would be something, if we did get it, would be with the road department. We would look to try to order from them. And then another thing that we talked about was putting some more signage up, like where our veterans parking is.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna restripe that area. I talked with Tim, as we talked about it, about trying to make it look a little more patriotic, but not necessarily a flag, because you don't wanna put a flag on the ground. So we talked about doing that, and then also making our handicap, instead of just like a 4 foot by 4 foot, making it to where it's the whole parking area, to where it's striped better, so that way whenever people pull up. Some have asked about the veterans parking and taking one of them out. Those will not be taken out. There'll be 2 veterans parking, and there'll be the 3 handicap parking. We did talk about maybe moving one of them up to the corner, because I believe that's the least that we could do, is designate some areas for those to park. Once this gets done with, then we're gonna do the community center next, and make sure we get those lined out as well. Being that the community center should be open in just a couple more weeks.
Don't need to vote on that.
No, just to let you all know.
Standardized budget amendment for the county executive.
If you all noticed tonight, you've seen what we have seen as some of the problems. Different ones, different departments use different budget amendments. We would like for these to be standardized, to be the budget amendments, just like what you see Catrice provide to you, that has the description box in the top. We don't care to get with all department heads and kind of give them a crash course that, you all would like to be able to see just a brief summary and put that in the top of those budget amendments. And I know you may say, well, why do you want us to do that? Well, each office holder can do as they see fit. But if you all as a commission would put this into play, we will do all we can through our office to push it, so that way you have a brief explanation for all your budget amendments going forward.
I make a motion to approve that.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Keith Parker.
Yes.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Danny Carver.
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Yes.
mush Davis.
Yes.
Chrissy Harden. Yes. Kelly Morgan. Yes. John Kipinger.
Yes.
Samantha Trent.
Yes.
Is there a motion to?
Motion to suspend the
No,
rules.
we're not done yet. We're not done yet.
Get out here.
Had to make me a note.
So you made the motion, Kelly?
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules.
Okay. Got a motion, we need a second.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Keith Parker.
Yes.
Greg Brooks. Danny Carver.
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Yes.
mush Davis.
Yes.
Chrissy Harden. Yes. Kelly Morgan.
Yes.
John Kipinger.
Yes.
Samantha Trent.
Yes.
Okay, Executive Patrick, you want to explain what?
There you go.
Yes, so, we tried to have a employee handbook committee meeting for weeks and months, and it's just not happening. And so tonight, the employee handbook committee met, and I would simply ask that the March date, it's listed in the handbook as the first Friday in March as the employee appreciation day, be struck, because you all voted as a commission to do Employee Appreciation Day at a desired date in July, but it is in that handbook. And so if it was picked up by another office, they would see that because it is there. And I'd just like to have that for clarification. And then that way we could get it, this motion brought back to us, we'll disperse it out to the office holders that March, first Friday in March is struck as far as the Employee Appreciation Day, and it is designated as a day in July.
Is that starting this year, 25?
Yes, because it started last year,
Last year. that's
but
confusing.
we had confusion. And so,
Well, is there any way for this 1 year to make exception for one office if they got a legitimate reason?
like I said, we've done this last year,
Yeah.
but it didn't get all the way down, because I think we done it like February.
Last year, they ended up taking both days.
Well,
They
like,
had to use a vacation day.
Take
well, this is just called, or heard about it, she called right before the meeting. And on July 7th, she's got grand jury scheduled and Judge Sharp's coming. You know, can,
Yeah, as long
It could be
as,
any day in July.
Can we use it as in July at your discretion, the officials'
so
discretion?
what they would have to do, like the tree said, so there would have to be, if they take March off, then their July, if they take July off, they have to take a vacation
so
day.
Right.
either or.
Right.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, we were just trying, and we had heard about this all the way around the world and back again today,
Right.
so we were just trying to get ahead of it because we don't want the
And
confusion.
if everybody could get on board for future years,
It would be Wonderful.
Well, I think that's what,
Well, if everybody in the courthouse don't take it on the same day, there's gonna be some pissed off people. Because if one office is
Right.
open,
Yeah,
and they're gonna think the other one ought to be, nah, it ain't gonna go.
Yeah, but it's not just in the courthouse, you've
I
got
know.
other ones that's out,
Yeah,
it's not
I
just
know.
the jail, it's,
So I think we need, everybody needs to get together, department heads, whatever y'all wanna do, pick a
Correct.
day.
oh yes, that's
So
it.
has to set her grand jury a year ahead of time.
so right now, we just need to strike from
Yes.
March, and then we'll figure
Yes.
the specific day next time. Is that good?
And like I said, but you've got others, it's not just one, but you've got
Right.
others, and whenever they pick it up, if it's there, that employee may schedule a vacation.
Right.
So,
Does a deputy jailer get time and a half for a day, for 8 hours?
I don't think it went to their own group.
Yeah, no, yeah, they did, because Amanda asked me about it. It did, y'all did give
So if
us
it went to their,
Well, they take it on either day, they turn it in on either day too.
She keeps it on the Saturday.
they keep it on the
Just
same.
because they're getting paid every way, but, I mean, they're getting the extra 8 hours holiday pay, no matter,
There's an extra bonus days, like I said,
it doesn't really.
whether they're working or not.
If they're working, they get time and a half for 8 hours, or all they get 8
No, they
hours.
get straight hours, they get 8 hours.
And they're starting to
They get 8 hours. It's not true.
not 5 hours.
We got a motion and a second. Roll call.
Keith Parker.
Yes.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Danny Carver.
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Yes.
mush Davis.
Yes.
Christie Harden. Yes. Kelly Morgan.
Yes.
John Pippinger.
Yes.
Samantha Trent. Yes.
Announcements and statements.
I have a, request just for, that messages I sent you guys today about the crypto mining. I'd like for Robbie to look into like legal advice on how we can ban that, so we don't have to deal with that like everybody else is having to deal with, because I've had a couple of people call me, and they don't want to listen to it, which I don't blame them, because it is super loud if you've never been around it. I know East LJ is looking to ban it as well. Murphy regrets ever letting it in there. They are struggling because property owners are starting to seek legal counsel against them because it's causing such a fuss, so.
Disturbs wildlife, things like that.
Yes.
Say, I think I seen something, this afternoon when I was looking at what you sent. I think I seen the news, maybe a news article or a news story or something.
Yeah, I
like that,
attached
too.
2 links to it where they're trying to ban it now that they have it because it's so bad. LJ don't have one out yet, but they're looking to do that. So I just want Robbie to look into how we can do that legally and have a resolution for it. And during that time, I just want to make sure that nothing happens during that time. Because, I mean, we just got a text message too that TVA is fixing to have rolling blackouts. If we had something sucking our power like that, we would definitely have some blackouts.
And I had a call 2 weeks ago about this very thing. The guy wanted to get a permit from the county. And I said, "We're off."
That nurse,
She did 2 weeks ago. I said, "You need to call the executives." I had no idea what to talk about.
and just to kick off what Samantha was talking about, those y'all know Chad McNabb. Chad and I talked about this about a year and a half ago, about everything that's going on up in the Cherokee side, North Carolina side, about everything. Because I know some of the commissioners may be sitting here thinking, well, what is it? But it's been in light, and especially whenever the TVA talked about bringing the extra power lines up just a couple of months ago, it really spurned up. I was getting 2 to 3 calls, a week at one point in time. But it was like after they kind of got their questions answered through TVA, that kind of calmed down. But
Well, we got a text message at 6 o'clock from the Fannin County EMA that says we're fixing to have rolling blackouts and they want you to reduce your heat, but it would be hard for us to reduce heat when something's still sucking our power. And I'm sure it's probably the same with VDC, so, I mean, it would just solve it for all of us, not having to deal with it in the future, not even have to worry about it. So I just, if you guys are okay with him looking for a resolution so we do it legally.
and I would have Chandler to do it, just because that way if it's something that's not, we would go into litigation. So I would
No,
have
I don't
Chandler.
think we have to, just for legal, we'll just have a resolution.
Any other announcements and statements from the commission?
I would like to say that I want to thank Ben and Will for coming up and helping to set up the meeting here tonight. Also, everything with Serpro is finally got the ball rolling and getting done. The East Side Commissioners that came over the other day as we laid out some different things and to walk through. The fire department, each and every one that's been a part. I know it's been a process. Trust me, I understand. But I hope tonight that you can see some of those things that are moving on. And if you have any questions about anything, come and find me. It's nowhere near done. The flooring will be in before long. There's still some more paint to go on the walls, different fixtures, lighting. But it was not just this floor. It was this floor, it was the ceiling downstairs, it was the floor downstairs that had to be removed. So it was a big undertaking that's taking place. The 6-8 week hold up we had to get our asbestos permits with EPA, but I'm glad to see some things moving along at the community center. And also our power was restored back. I know Jackie messaged me when I was in Nashville. We didn't get our power restored from VEC till about 5:30, 6 o'clock on Monday. The contractors have been at the courthouse working periodically to get caught back up. We did have a few little things here and there. But what really amazed me, if you look at those pictures, the panel on the bottom right, it was still fuses. So this was very, very, very well needed at the courthouse. Even though some say they really like to see taxpayers' money being spent wisely, I do too, because this was an insurance claim. It did not come out that way. So as a result from the flood that we had the year before, but they were
Trust
gracious
me, I
enough.
went in that boiler room and kicked my breakers several times. I would've gave you my tax number. It's scary. Yes.
When you have to touch your break box with water.
Yes, but, you know, and if you, as John Hoyt said whenever I told him about the new switch panel outside, yes, it will be locked because it's a 4-foot switch panel, and I know some little boy about, like I was when I was a little boy, would love to walk by and, you know, see what this big leader does. But if you get the opportunity to come by and look and see, we'll be sure to show you down in the boiler room. But it's come along, it's very nice.
Public comments are limited to 2 minutes. Is there any public comments? Is there a motion?
A second.
Always.
Do you need some?
Yeah.